are talking with Diana Wallace, Executive Director of the Northville Community Foundation. Welcome, Diana.
I'm glad to be here.
I know we've spoken with you a couple of times, but it has been a little while. So
sure.
Let's just start out by, first of all, tell us a little bit more about the Mayberry Farms and the connection to the Community Foundation.
Okay. Northville Community Foundation is responsible for Mayberry Farm. We do all the running of the farm. We raise the funds for it. We work to make sure we have the proper staffing and maintain the grounds. So the foundation is the head of it all, and then we go from there with the farm.
Okay. And then as far as the community being involved in the foundation, how does that work? Are they involved? Do people volunteer? How does that work?
I can't, we have so many volunteers. Okay.
Oh, good.
So the one thing about a nonprofit organization, we don't make money. Mm-hmm. We are there for the community. That's why the farm is there. You have the ability to come out and visit the farm and see the animals and work in the garden and learn about farming and agriculture and gardening and get an opportunity to see the new baby pigs while you're there as well. So
Very cool.
It's just kind of a fun place to be. But we couldn't do it all with our own staffing. We don't have a big staff. Once we get into season with farm camp and everything, we'll have about 21 people. Mm-hmm. But most of the year we try to make it work in about 13 or 14 people. But we have volunteers, and volunteers do everything from help us with fundraising events to working in the barn to working on grounds and maintenance. We have approximately 102 volunteers that help out in some capacity.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice. And so if someone did want to volunteer, would they go to your website to find out about
Yes.
volunteering opportunities?
Yes, at our website there's an application you can fill out and send in, and then I call you and we have a Zoom meeting.
Oh, nice.
Okay?
Familiar with those.
We've really gotten familiar, but the one good thing through all of this is we're going to continue with that. It's an opportunity for me to meet face-to-face for somebody who wants to be a volunteer. Let them know what all's involved. Let them know about the foundation and the farm. And then they can make a decision if this is something they want to volunteer for. 95% of them, that's what they want to do. So
Very
that's
cool.
the good thing. And they rotate in and out. It depends on your career as to what happens. We get Ford people that come out and volunteer on the side as well as with Ford, but they get transferred around. So
Sure.
it might work for a year at the farm and then it gets transferred. So
Very cool.
It works really well for us.
Since we're on the topic of the farm, let's go there a little bit. And now, is the farm open year-round, or how does that work?
No, the farm is not open year-round. Well, the animals have to be fed
Sure.
year-round, so
Exactly.
they're there year-round, and so are some of us. But we basically open on April 12th, and we close on October 30th.
Okay.
That way the weather is good. We don't have to worry about icy conditions like we've had over the last few days and somebody getting hurt.
Right.
So, and it's downtime for the animals. It's breeding time, and it's time for them to just, sit back and relax. But I'll tell you, when we open up, they're glad to see all those people come out and visit them.
Sure. And speaking of breeding, you had quite a few births last year, correct?
Yeah, in 2021, we weren't exactly responsible parents. We had 23 new goats and sheep. And it largely because we had 4 of those moms that had triplets.
Okay.
And you can't plan for that.
Sure cannot. Yep.
But we are being responsible in 2022. At the current time, we're anticipating between 6 and 8 new sheep will be born. Okay. And we're still trying to determine how Henry's doing with the girls to see how many goats we're going to have.
Gotcha. Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. So let's just talk about some of the activities there that you have coming up, some events and so forth. So can you speak to some of those?
Sure. The community may not be aware, but Mayberry Farm or the foundation gets no money from the state park, from the state, from the city, from the federal government. So we have to raise more money than just normal admissions. So we have fundraisers. So we are really excited because we get to have 2 fundraisers we couldn't have last year, but we start out with maple syrup. And maple syrup are tours, they're educational tours that you ride out into the sugar bush and you see how the trees are tapped. You get to taste the sap, and then you come back and you get the opportunity to watch it turn into maple syrup.
Very cool.
And you get to taste that.
Now, are pancakes included as part of that tasting, or just the syrup?
You know, I'd like to say that we were out there making pancakes, but we do have a food truck that's
Okay.
coming out.
Nice.
It's called Batter Up, and they will be serving waffles, and they will be using maple syrup that we sell at the farm.
Cool. Very cool.
Our next one is for spring. It's extravaganza, and it's an Easter egg hunt, and the animals are there when we have face painters, and it's kicking off the Easter spring season. It's put together. It's not an expensive event at all. Families of 4 can come out and pay $10 and get in. That's a carload, basically.
Yeah, well, that's a bargain.
That's a bargain at today's prices. It is a bargain. There's lots to do. It only runs from 10 in the morning until 1 o'clock. It's a short event. And then the farm itself will open again on April 12th with regular admissions. But our big fundraiser for the farm is Farm Fest. Okay. And that's the first weekend in June. And that's where we want to show off all those new babies that are born. We'll be showing off new cows that we are getting at the farm in a couple of weeks. We just got 3 new Cooney pigs. Okay. And we got a new donkey, so our Bucky now has a friend.
Good.
They got together for the first time on Valentine's Day, so let's, we're watching them.
Okay.
We're watching
Excellent.
them.
Excellent.
But, there's a lot to do out there. There's the animals, we have a story walk, we have a library where you can take books and you can take them home and bring them back. You can come out and bring your picnic lunch. Enjoy the animals, have a picnic lunch, read to the kids. Mm-hmm. Throughout the season, we have other things that we do. We have farm camp. We have a program called Watch Me Grow, which is for 3 to 5 years old individuals. It's a science-based program. Yeah. We teach them about worms.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they get to touch them and feel them. Yeah, it's a fun event. And then we do a lot of farm tours. We do public ones for individuals that just want to come out every other Sunday, but we do a lot of school tours.
Right.
And then before you know it, we're into fall. Yeah. And then we have the corn maze, and we have Great Fall Festival. So there are a lot of things to do at the farm, depending on what season you like best.
Sure, exactly. So it sounds right now, because they're pretty quiet there at the farm.
Oh, it's real quiet.
Other than the animals are just kind of there hanging out.
They
and
are.
then things are going to start ramping up here pretty soon. They have a couple of events coming up.
Right.
And then you jump into spring and summertime and fall. And that sounds like a great...
I can't wait for it to be spring, and we're already thinking about what we're going to do for Santa visit back in December again. So it's just always planning ahead. But it is such a great opportunity for families. Sure. They come out with their children, they put aside the cell phone and the technology, and they have a chance to sit with their kids and walk the 1.5 acres of fencing that surrounds all the animals we have out there. And they learn. We have educational tables up, and we just built a whole bunch of new educational things that they can do for fun, but they're learning at the same time.
Exactly. Yep.
And it's fun for kids to realize that they've learned something when they weren't setting out to do that.
Exactly. Exactly.
They just wanted to walk around and have a good time.
Exactly. Well, anything else you'd like to share with us tonight?
It's just a great opportunity, and we enjoy so much having everybody out at the farm. So come out and enjoy. If you'd like to make a donation, we could always use donations to help us get more animals, or to buy things for the animals, or we're looking at building a building out there to call it for an educational building, so that we can actually do something inside if it decides to rain.
Oh, smart. Very smart.
So it's kind of fun things going on, but again, it's all about fun and learning.
Good. Well, Diana, thank you so much for coming out tonight and sharing a bit
you.
here about Mayberry Farms and your foundation.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having us.